The DJI Mic 2 is here with some interesting upgrades, but are they enough to justify the upgrade over the original? And will this mic even have a place in wedding filmmaking? Let's find out. And real quick before we dive in, Wedding Film School is hosting our Clarity Retreat in just about a month's time, and we want you to attend. Come to Boston from February 19th to the 22nd, hang out with us and some other amazing filmmakers, and get on a path to business growth and better wedding films. You can check out our video all about it over at clarity-retreat.com. To me, it seems like the original DJI mic just came out. And actually, yeah, hold on, I'm gonna look that up. Okay, and nothing 100%, but from my brief search, it looks like early 2022 maybe? Anyways, that doesn't matter because now we've got the DJI Mic 2. And to be clear, I don't have this in hand because for the life of me, I can't seem to get on DJI's radar, but I am familiar with the original DJI mic, which is what I'm filming on right now. So if you know the DJI Mic, the DJI Mic 2 is gonna look awfully familiar, and many things like the range and battery life are pretty similar, if not the same. And if you don't know much about this mic, at the top end, it comes with 2 transmitters, like this, a receiver and a charging case, though there are smaller packages available, and that's the same with the DJI Mic 2 as well. It can be clipped onto things easily, like I'm doing here. It can transmit wirelessly to the receiver and can also record internally, and can use a lav mic instead of the built-in mics if you so choose, though it does not come with one. And pretty much all of that is the same. The 3 biggest changes that affect wedding filmmakers, or at least the things that I think we might think are important with the DJI Mic 2, are it being slightly smaller, having 32-bit float, and the announcement of a white version. But let me share my thoughts on that and maybe save you some money. The size is nice, and I'm always for things getting smaller, but anything like this, it's still too large to really use in a professional setting, and too large to use in a wedding for sure without a lavalier mic. Now, I don't even love using it for something like this, but you know, it's convenient and it's not a wedding or anything like that. The next upgrade is the 32-bit float, and really this deserves its own video, which we basically already made for the Tascam DR10L Pro. So you should probably go watch that. Look, is 32-bit float nice? Yes, potentially. Nice peace of mind or something like that for sure. But let's talk about real use cases. I can't remember a time where I had someone at a wedding peek out a lav mic. So it's one of those things that, sure, it's nice to have, but it's not really necessary, at least in the wedding world, and especially if you know what you're doing. But again, watch that other video that we made, which dives into 32-bit on personal recorders a bit further. And finally, we have the white version coming out, which maybe I'm in the minority here, but I don't really care. I'm not somebody who mics brides much to begin with, but beyond that, again, there is no way in hell that I'm throwing a pack like this, even if it's a bit smaller, on a bride's dress for the ceremony or something. I guess it's nice to have options, just like it was nice to have a white version of the Tascam DR10L, but all I really need is a white lav mic, because whatever pack I'm using, whether it's the DJI mic, the Tascam, the DJI Mic 2, or anything else, it's gonna be hidden somewhere out of sight. So I like the thought behind it, but again, real world, I don't really feel like it makes a big impact. So it may sound like I'm just hating on this mic, and that's not entirely the case. I love the convenience of it. I like the ability to transmit or record internally or both. I like that I can just clip it on my shirt and record something like this, and I like the sound quality. But when I think about it for a wedding, it's just hard for me to choose this over another option. And I think I feel the same way about the DJI Mic 2. The mics would have to come way, way down in size to be able to just clip it onto a bride or groom. So at the price point, I'd probably take the Tascam DR10L over it for that purpose. It's not something that's gonna take a board feed, so it doesn't take the place of my Zoom F3 or anything like that. And the only other audio recording I can think of is the safety on mic recorder I use. And I know some people want to use the DJI mic in a similar way because it has a magnetic back, which makes it easy. But look, form factor wise, I think something like the Sony TX660, which I use and I have a whole video about, is a much, much better fit, along with a sleeve, to not draw attention to there being a recorder on the mic. Here, I'm gonna clip it off real quick. And the big thing is gonna be how thick this is.
Nice.
So look, I don't think that you'll be disappointed with the DJI Mic 2, or heck, even with the original one. And you may well have needs outside of weddings, and this is your best bet to be your main recorder or something like that for all the things that you do. There is certainly a place for it. I'm in no way saying this will be bad, and I will very likely end up picking one up at some point just to play around with it. But what I am saying is that if you don't have a mic solution already, there is very likely a better option out there depending on how you want to use it. And if you already have the original DJI mic and are using it mainly for weddings, I don't see that these changes are big enough to justify the upgrade. That's just me. I'd love to hear your thoughts and questions down below in the comments. You can check out the DJI Mic 2 by following the link in the description. And you can also see all the other audio gear that I've talked about throughout this video over on our gear kit page linked in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.